All right, ladies and gentlemen, so Arena Breakout has been in closed testing for the past few weeks, and I've been enjoying my time with the game through all of the Battle State Games drama, which at this point has amounted to nothing. I do think Arena Breakout has a bright future. With that said, a few weeks ago, I said this: microtransactions are essentially inevitable. That being said, when I hear that you can pay for convenience items in a game like this, a game that is touting itself as a hardcore, realistic, high-stakes game where gear fear and intense battles are like at the forefront, then we start to see where the balance of the game kind of lies, and that's in incentivizing people to spend more money. And it would appear that my concerns were 100% valid. An interview from Insider Gaming has released, and I have to give a lot of credit to the author, Mike Straw, who asked a variety of questions that I think gamers would find important. It wasn't just a puff piece. There was some real shit that I would have asked if I was in his shoes, so kudos to Mike. The number one question I found in this article is, what are the plans for monetization in the game, and how can you make sure the game doesn't become a pay-to-win experience that alienates players and turns them away? And their response was, well, I mean, if I'm being honest, complete bullshit. So when asked, how does this game not become pay to win with the monetization strategy, Yiming Sun, who is Arena Breakout's producer, says, thanks for bringing up this question. First of all, I firmly believe that free-to-play does not equate to pay to win. You and me both agree here. We have adopted the free-to-play model so that anyone interested in ABI can download and play the game without any barriers. While there will be paid content options available in ABI, they have no impact on gameplay or fairness. Instead, they offer convenience and personalization features. Players have the option to pay for certain conveniences, such as safes, extra warehouse space, battle passes, as well as personalized appearances and melee weapons. And so far, that's a pretty good answer. However, it's important to note that players who pay gain no direct advantage in combat abilities. The in-game economic system will not be designed to push players to pay for in-game money. We will ensure that the majority of players can get sufficient in-game money without paying to support a positive gaming experience. And now you got to read between the lines. The economic system in-game will not be designed to push players to pay for in-game money, but nowhere here does it say that players won't be able to buy in-game coin, which is the currency in-game. It doesn't say you won't be able to buy it with real money. Matter of fact, it kind of sounds like you're going to be able to buy in-game currency with real money, which I think it's a dumb strategy to monetize a game. I think you already have the battle passes, you already have the extra warehouse space, the safes, personalized appearances, melee weapons. I think those are all great things to monetize with. Why do we need to be able to buy in-game currency in a game where the economy means everything? And before we get the comments of saying, well, Big Fry, it's already in the mobile game and it hasn't ruined that experience. Yeah, I don't give a shit about mobile games. I'll play them when I'm taking a shit, but I don't take them seriously. Nor does about 95% of the PC player base. If you're able to buy in-game currency with real money, you will kill this game's momentum instantaneously. So I wasn't a fan of that answer, but I am in this content creator Discord where a small handful of creators have access to ask developers questions and get clarifications on things in the game and out. And they put a response to the controversy in this Discord, and I'm gonna read out their answer here because I'm kind of dumbfounded about it. And like, look, I love the game. I think the developers are really onto something here. So I'm making this video to make it well known and documented that I am not for this kind of shit. They say, in ABI, there are multiple ways to earn in-game currency, such as participating in covert ops, completing quests, engaging in agent item exchanges, utilizing market spreads, and employing conservative combat strategies. However, we acknowledge that there will be players who wish to acquire in-game currency quickly and save time on accumulating these supplies. Some players may have limited time to dedicate to the game, but still want to experience combat with good gear and weapons. We've encountered a considerable demand for such convenience during our experience with the mobile version of the game. We're gonna dial back to that in just a little bit. Therefore, we are seriously considering the possibility of allowing players to purchase coins within the game. Coins is their in-game currency. This design is already present in the mobile version, and we are currently discussing its implementation in the PC version. I'm going to pause it there, and I'm going to talk about the fact that, look, the mobile market is so used to being monetized to death. I don't consider anything that they have to say on the matter relevant to the PC market. So I don't give a shit if the mobile market has it. Fuck them. They can keep that shit over there. And that's funny, with what they say here, they go on to say, however, it's important to note that this will not result in a pay-to-win scenario. We will ensure that purchasing coins does not provide characters with special statistics or unique combat abilities. We will be cautious not to overpower the role of money in actual combat. Even if a player buys the best gear, they can still be defeated by someone with better skills and lose everything, which may cost more than several gold lions. Look, I am so tired of developers taking the term pay to win and thinking about it in a literal sense, thinking like if a gamer pays money, they're going to automatically win firefights. That's not what gamers think when they hear pay to win and where they talk about pay to win. So let me break it down. Pay to win is using real money to purchase any sort of item within a video game that gives you a direct advantage over another player. It doesn't mean that we're actually paying to win firefights. It means that we're spending money to gain advantages over other players who don't. The idea of purchasing in-game currency in a game like this, where I can then take that currency, purchase kits, weapons, armor, gear, and then go into a raid completely kitted out versus somebody who didn't pay and might be struggling for currency and might be, trying to get a quest done and they don't have the best gear possible. That is an advantage. That is the gamer definition of pay to win. To say that there's no distinct advantage is insane to me, because I bet you if you took the same player, 10 raids each, one where they paid real money to purchase currency and kit them out, versus if they just played the game as is, I guarantee you the success rates of the raids would be much higher on the raids where you were able to just pay for top tier gear. And I don't even mean top tier gear, but you can buy the ammo, you can buy full armor, you can buy the guns. When you're able to have this kind of gear, chances are your success rates in raids are going to be higher. On top of the fact that this completely fucks the economy, because it eliminates gear fear for players who are just buying kits with real money. I don't have to worry about slinking around. If I die, whatever, I'll just pull out my credit card, buy it again. A game like this does not fucking need something like this. And in my opinion, if the developers are being truthful where they say they are currently seriously considering it, I think you should consider not fucking doing it. But if I'm being honest, they already have this feature in the mobile game. Chances are they already have this feature in the PC release. We just can't see it during the closed beta. I wonder why. Why wouldn't you test that out now during the beta and show people where you actually stand in terms of monetization? With all of that said, this interview did ask a few more questions that I do want to talk about. They asked, do you have a timetable or a set release for the 1.0 of Arena Breakout Infinite? And Sun responded by saying, due to the overwhelming response and feedback, we plan to continue the closed beta test for Arena Breakout for an extended period of time as we look to launch the game later this year. I'm just urging you, try to stick to cosmetic purchases as much as humanly possible in a game like this. When asked about the recent BSG drama, which by the way, if you guys aren't following Nikita on Twitter, holy fuck, that was a whole saga that I wasn't actually available at my PC for, or I would have been covering the shit out of that. But they say, what can you say of the accusations and allegations from Battlestate Games about plagiarism in Arena Breakout Infinite? If you guys haven't heard, Nikita, CEO of Battlestate Games, the creator of Tarkov, accused Arena Breakout Infinite of stealing a bunch of code, models, just a bunch of shit, basically saying they completely ripped them off, went into their game files, and took them for themselves. Sun responded here, says, we respect the intellectual property rights of others and believe in the importance of IP protection. The alleged copyright infringement is untrue. Our current focus is ensuring the beta continues to run smoothly so that we receive player feedback and deliver the best game we can make. And like, of course, they're gonna deny it in an interview. This is a PR response. With that said, from everything that I had seen on Twitter about the situation, I don't think they stole the code or stole models straight from Tarkov or animations or whatever. I do think that they were heavily inspired and most likely had Tarkov up on the second monitor while they were working on some of the stuff in Arena Breakout. Listen, if you guys haven't had a chance to try Arena Breakout for yourself, if you didn't get a key, I have hidden 4 keys throughout this video. These were left over from the initial giveaways that we did earlier on in the month. And I gotta say, man, as a game, I think Arena Breakout has a bright future. I'm not quite sure with all of these other things impending, like the monetization model to be specific. I'm not quite sure what's going to happen when it inevitably launches. But again, I am just urging the developers to reconsider taking mobile monetization strategies and porting them to PC. Let me know what you guys think down below. Is this a non-issue for you? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Let's have a conversation. Leave a comment on the video. While you're down there, leave a like on it and subscribe for more FPS content. My name is Big Fry, and I'll see you on the next one.